Good morning, everybody. Another day and another announcement, but this announcement is a big one. It's a very substantial announcement. We halted the stock today in anticipation of a decision being granted by the Victorian government regulator on our exploration tunnel or exploration decline that we have had in the system since late July. And I'm happy to say, yes, we have had our work plan approved and we can now, subject to a few other things I'll talk about, but work will start very soon on going underground at Sunday Creek to touch the ore, to see and map the mineralization, to give us much more access to be able to drill the mineralization. One rig on surface is essentially equivalent to 3 rigs underground because we can operate 24/7 underground and add more rigs. Having access underground means that we can drill this deposit out 3 times quicker. So we've got 10 rigs today at surface. Once the decline is finished and complete, we'll have 12 rigs in the decline, so 22 in total. That will be the largest drill out on a pre-development project in Australia. So quite the undertaking. I think there's a number of key takeaways here. A lot of progressive permitting, a lot of baseline environmental, social, fauna and flora work, hydrogeology work, amongst many other things, was undertaken during this application. The work plan that has been approved today. We made this submission in July, so the government has made a decision in around 4 months, which is quite an incredible feat, but lots of detail and lots of back and forth and very rigorous process, both environmentally and socially, but a very responsive set of regulators. So we can thank the regulatory bodies for being so responsive in getting back to us at every point when there was a question, and that's what leads to these fast outcomes. The Sunday Creek is one of the most significant projects in the Western world for antimony and one of the world's most exciting gold discoveries. We're fully funded. It's a $115 million program we're undertaking with $60 million slated for drilling. And now with the decline permitted and once complete, we can make that drilling even faster. The decline budget's a $30 million budget, fully funded for that. And then we've got $20 million in regional exploration and then $5 million for an eventual economic study that will come in Q2 27. We do still need to do more work continuously. Always, of course, this is a conditioned work plan, so we need secondary approvals, which is a normal process path. We can start surface works almost immediately. They will start within the next month. That will be around 3 months of work, and then we'll bring in underground mining contractors to go underground towards the end of Q1, start of Q2 next year, after the portal and box cut and waste rock piles and water storage dams, etc., have been built first. We need to work with other authorities for water permits and explosive permits and things like that. We've worked very closely with the local community from when we announced that we were going to start a process to permit a decline, and that won't stop either. There's a lot of detail around who to contact. If you have questions around what we're doing, there's a lot of information on our community website, southerncrossgoldcommunity.com.au. A lot of plans and maps and information sheets about every aspect of the project. So a very momentous occasion. Victoria is open for business. Sunday Creek is developing rapidly, remembering that it was literally about 3 years ago when really this project really started to hit its straps and we found some of the most amazing drill results, and it's only grown year on year, and now we're going underground to touch the ore. So everyone's got a perception around what this means. If you're around the project, hopefully you know about the project in detail because we've engaged with you. If you're a shareholder, you probably know that we've been going through this process. From an investment point of view, this is a de-risking, a major de-risking event for the project. Going underground will absolutely make, from a permitting point of view, more defined path going forward, because we've done all that work that I mentioned earlier around many aspects to permit this decline or tunnel. It will help de-risk the project in terms of time. Time is actually our greatest enemy here. So one rig on surface is equivalent to 3 rigs underground. We can drill this out now 3 times faster. It will help us de-risk the project from a geological point of view. We'll get underground and be able to map and see the mineralized structures rather than having 2 holes 20 to 50 meters apart, say. And it will de-risk it from working out all the various feasibility assessments in terms of mineability and what kind of mining styles we will apply here in this project. So a major de-risking event on so many levels. So nothing's slowing down. It's only getting faster at Sunday Creek. Of course, we have 10 rigs on surface, 2 rigs, that includes 2 rigs regionally, and 8 rigs drilling out and expanding the core footprint area over 1.2 kilometers down to 1 kilometer depth. We have 1 rig drilling at 1.5 kilometers below the mineralized area, 1.5 kilometers from surface, 500 meters below the last drill hole. We're not slowing down. We'll now have a number of different parts of this business, really. We have the core geological drill out area. We have a regional geological team. We have now a engineering and mining team to start the surface works, and we'll bring in an underground mining contractor to start the underground works end of Q1, Q2 next year. We have an ag business, of course. We've got around about 3,400 acres of properties and houses, and we're maintaining those and improving the pastures and doing a lot of work to bring the old farming areas around our project back to life as viable agricultural businesses. So not stopping, lots happening. Stay tuned. Sunday Creek is just getting better and better.